love Dylan Siopka, Team Sinzali. I love his hair.
That hits, out turn hit, rolls out.
Yes.
You ever like this?
So second stone coming up for Graybo.
I mean, if you're a guard, right? But
And now a switch of tactics are they're going with a guard. So feeling a little more comfortable maybe.
Mine's good. Mine's nice. He's pretty good. Well, we got some
Interesting reverse handle
Yeah, I
release.
saw that. I've never noticed if he's
we're
always
good.
pretty close.
I'll have to check.
You don't see that very often, and generally, when you start with the rock
Good.
in a particular position before you shoot for the intern, which you just threw, you'd see them start with the rock close to 10 o'clock
Yeah.
on the handle, and then turn it towards noon.
Is
That
that a
one's-
popular thing to be taught in Bismarck? I've never.
I haven't seen it anywhere that it's be taught that way, but curling deliveries vary a lot. It's really whatever works best for you. If that's how he feels he gets the most out of that turn, then
nice shot.
I'm sure he knows better than anybody.
That just hung forever.
Carter Mitchell with the hit and stick on that second one. Looked like they did change back to going in the house instead of the guard.
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
yep,
he does it
yep. Gotta go.
Another reverse
It's a
handle.
Graybo thing.
Yep,
It must be
Yep.
something that runs in the
yep,
family.
gotta go. Yep. Okay.
Connor Graybo,
Good sweep.
well
9-0.
executed, hit and stick in the top of the 8-foot.
Yes.
So looking as though we may have a blank opportunity here in the first end, as long as both teams execute their shots.
Yes.
Jackson Askew playing the out turn with the more traditional release, starting at 2 o'clock.
Yes.
Nice soft hit and stick, trying to roll to the outside.
Yes. That's one of the things that we work on.
Wait.
Yep. Gotta go.
Yep, same line, dude.
Yep. Gotta go.
Connor Graybo's
Hard,
second.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. You got it. Yep. Okay, you're good.
Nice sweep.
Hit and stick is made.
Nice sweep, Owen.
Fine.
Down to Skip Stones in the opening end of this matchup. See teams playing with a little pace early, able to maybe save some time for later. Still one more on third stones here.
Whoa. Push. Push. Hard push.
So I should count the rocks I can actually see on the screen and not the ones that are down in the
Yes.
corner there, right?
Yeah, I like that.
Skip Zachary Brenden. Do you know if he prefers to go by Zach or Zachary?
He prefers Zach.
Zach?
Yes.
Then we should call him Zachary probably. All right, we'll go with Zach. We'll keep it shorter. So Zach Brenden playing the out turn draw. And again, as we mentioned earlier, he gets a free look now at a draw to the button. Skips love this early in the game when they get a chance just to throw a nice no pressure draw, try to get the button.
Line's great. Okay. Curl if you can. Curl if you can.
Very
Mine's fine.
close.
Okay, time looks good.
Well,
Which broom is they're taking?
Yes. I think that team prefers their soft weight hits.
Not unusual at all to see a North Dakotan using a corn broom as their sliding broom.
I've always been so intrigued by those. It looks so difficult.
I could never throw with one. You do see a lot of regionality in curling. Manitobans and North Dakotans, more than any others, you see using those corn brooms or different sliding brooms.
Yeah.
An easier roll out for their blank if they can. So the farther it is to the outside, then the less room they have to roll to get out of the house. So now it'll be the opposite for Zach Brenden. He's going to try to roll this back towards the middle and try to make that roll out for the blank as long a roll as possible.
Okay, yeah.
Curl. Curl.
Whoa, whoa,
Curl.
stop.
Looks like he may have popped this one a little wide.
Let it grab. What was that?
Ends up just going by. Of the first end, Aiden Fitzgerald just needs to touch the paint for a second point to get his team off to a 2-stone advantage. Throwing the intern.
Clean that.
Always like hearing clean right away.
Can't hurt it. Paint.
I don't think that's something they teach enough. Cleaning is so.
I agree 100% on that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's fine.
Just gotta touch paint.
That one will grind to a stop in the back of the forefoot. So it will be an opening 2 for Team Fitzgerald. They lead 2-0 after one end of play.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
Fitzgerald leading Brenden after one end of play. A skips deuce for Team Fitzgerald, scoring 2 with their last 2 shots.
We're playing for here. Carter, yeah, we're playing for here. Mine's great. Mine's really good.
Now starting off the second end with out-turn draw. Jake Ring trying to throw this in the forefoot. Ends up going to the back of the 8s, almost back 12. So the quick call from Zach Brenden to go to the corner guard, throwing the intern. Owen Nelson
Mine's a little tight.
That's good.
playing that intern.
Right here. It's always straight. It's all you. Whoa, it's
I
all
got
you.
you. Hey,
Well,
keep going.
looks all there to me.
Okay.
Never curl. Just
Will
let this-
glide to a stop on
Yeah, we're at your broom right now. Like right here.
just outside the 4-foot line. Well
Really
done.
good. Good sweep, guys.
Center guard being thrown. Jake Ring. There you see Jake's name up on the board.
Okay. Jack, play for a tight one.
So a little bit more aggressive start in this end now, Sarah. We see already 2 guards and a rock in the house.
You want a time or you got it good? Okay.
Is that guard in the house? I can't tell.
Well, both are off the rings.
Okay.
So this will be just a come around draw for Owen Nelson.
again.
Trying to go around the guard he
Oh,
just
it's
threw.
great.
The
Line's
same
okay.
intern
Okay.
side.
Don't
It's
curl
good.
yet.
Hey, you can go ahead here.
It's all you for
Seems
weight.
like they really start curling early
Line's
too on
fine.
that line. Got across the center
Yeah.
line immediately.
Inside out curls like crazy on this ice.
14-5.
Have you played a lot of games here in this club, Sarah?
I've not. This is my first time at this club actually.
Okay.
But yes.
So you said that like you had a lot of experience with it, like you very confidently. Up, it curls a lot going to the outside.
I just saw that.
So I was, okay, well then I need the information. You tell me.
Yeah.
You just read it correctly already.
We're in Wisconsin. I had to think about that for a second.
We
But-
are in Wisconsin, yes.
Yes. I think this is my first time in Wisconsin.
All right.
But yeah.
Carter Mitchell playing his first of the second end.
Ooh, is that? Oh wow.
Going around the outside trying to
That's a
hit
good
that
shot.
red stone. Does make contact and remove that red stone. And that's a bit of a guess early in the game when you play out that wide too. So a
Yeah.
good guess by
Yeah. What are they
Team
doing
Brenden.
here? Oh, are they just drawing to the wing?
Yep, with that opposite turn. See?
Oh
Yeah.
wait, I thought he was drawing to the wing, but
Got a little bit of room.
Graybo, yes, throwing under the corner again.
We're gliding a
Getting
little.
better.
That's going to fool us both a lot of times
Yeah.
too. Coming out with the, nope, the other turn. Okay, got it.
Curl. Lots of room. Hard finish.
Looks like pretty good line
Yep,
here.
hard finish. Yep, hard. You got it. All the way.
ooh, he's sweeping
Very good.
backwards.
Yep.
Hold on,
Head
hold
down.
on.
Yep. Really
Hey,
good.
get to us.
Nicely done,
Good
buried
shot.
under that corner guard. Well done by Miles.
Hey, you did all right.
Connor and
Uh-oh.
Miles.
We lost a
Oh,
head.
we lost a head.
You like this?
Now the skip will probably say it's because I sweep so hard. I'm the best sweeper on the team.
Yeah. Definitely.
Here is Carter Mitchell, second for Team Fitzgerald. Carter going to UND in the fall.
Ooh. That's cool.
Carter and Jake both will be attending the University of North Dakota.
Ooh.
10-5.
I wonder if they're gonna room together.
That's a very good question. They probably spend a lot of time
Yeah.
together already on the road.
Yes.
10-0.
Clean. Whoa. Curl. Hard curl. Whoa. Yep, curl. I mean,
Miles that time
That doesn't suck.
removes the guard.
Okay.
Makes contact with their own in the house as well, but doesn't remove it.
Control. Little roll inside, not bad.
So now Jackson Askew, playing what I assume is an out turn. And it is.
Handles have been very confusing this game.
Yep. Whoa.
Just playing the open hit and stick.
Nice toss.
Good shot.
Dead on the nose. Well done. Indeed, a nice shot. Heard him say not a good slide about his own shot, but you know what? Doesn't really matter as long as you get the end result.
Yes.
Here's Connor Graybo.
Clean. Yep.
The southpaw throwing.
Whoa.
The intern.
Curl. Whoa. Yep, curl.
Trying to get this to roll a little to the middle, but ends up getting the hit and stick.
9-2. Dude, I thought that.
Askew throwing his second of this second end. No college for Jackson yet. Still in high school.
Yes. Looks good. Might have a little roll.
Good hit and stick. Correctly called, Sarah. And now at this point, if you're Team Fitzgerald, you're happy if this just plays out, trading hits the rest of the end, and you can get a force or maybe a soft steal. For Team Brenden, you'd really like to roll this to the middle if you can, get in front of that other yellow stone.
Yeah.
And hopefully set up a jam by your opponent.
Whoa. Got to curl, but let it grab.
Connor Graybo.
Hey, play the double.
No, it's just nosing right now.
Okay.
Trying to get that roll towards the center.
We're never getting the double. So.
That just ends up rolling off the rings.
Oh, did that not roll out? Thought that rolled out.
Not quite out of play, but out of the house. It's a good discussion about rock placement here. Again, they know they don't have a great setup for a steal.
Yep.
So they're just trying to put this stone in a spot in the house where you're not leaving a double for your opponent.
Yes.
And they talked about going deep, and they talked about going high in the house. It's kind of a tough spot to throw to if you try to throw it to even up, because you don't have a lot of house back there to throw to.
Yeah.
So I think they decided on throwing just to the top of the rings.
Yep. Ooh, they're sponsored by Shields.
Shields, a name we're very familiar with in the curling world for all the sponsoring they've done.
Yes.
Jake's here. Jake. Right here. Always Jake.
There is the intern draw.
Top 12. Play with top 12. Jake's rock.
You're hearing a call just to top 12, trying to keep these separated.
Go, come here. It's got to be even. It has to be dead even. Whoa, careful.
I'm still carrying to the back of the house. Nothing wrong with even up back there, but needs to stay in.
Oh, gosh.
Maybe biting still.
I think it's on. Let's go firm.
Okay. Just half rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Told Aiden that we'll be attending the University of Minnesota.
Yeah. 8-5.
That's a good score.
Half rock.
And won state in soccer.
Ooh.
Aiden and Jackson both apparently star soccer players as well.
I wonder how you do multiple sports with curling. I feel like it's so...
It's a lot. The seasons don't cross over too badly,
Yeah.
which helps. I played soccer and baseball while I was curling growing
wow.
up too.
Whoa.
Kept me very busy.
Yep.
I bet.
Yep.
Zach Brenden now
Hard.
playing either the hit and roll or
Hard,
the
you gotta
double.
go. Hard.
Trying to hold it for the double.
Hard, babe.
That's very
Nice
well
shot,
done.
Zach.
Good rock.
Good double there from Zach. Sure he wanted to make that one after the miss in the first.
Good
Get a
comeback.
good bounce back shot.
Yes.
Exactly right. So Aiden Fitzgerald now just playing the same hit and stick. Really like to stay in the house with this hit, Sarah, so they make their opponent have to blank as opposed to just being able to throw it through.
Mm-hmm. Nice shot.
Very well done.
8-5 again? Might as well. Just throw it.
You just want that same weight?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can give
It's
a
heard
little less
8-5, so
Yeah.
they're going to play firm weight and just try to hit the outside of that stone.
8-5 again. I kind of cooked.
Roll out of the rings.
7-8. Whatever. Make it good here. And on to the third.
So out-turn side once again, final stone of the second end. Zach Brenden looking for the blank. A little positive on the release there again.
That's a nice shot, Zach.
Looks to be just fine. Does get the
I
blank.
was like, I
Yes.
want to say something, but like it just looks okay. I don't know.
So a 2-0 advantage after that blank. After 2 ends of play. And with this second end break, to talk to you about Steve's Curling Supplies. They are America's #1 curling equipment supplier for over 50 years. They are proud to support USA Curling. No matter your skill level or budget, they have all the top products from the most popular brands in the sport. Right now, you can save $10 on any purchase of $100 or more when you use the code USACurling10 at checkout. Visit at stevescurling.com for all your curling needs. Third end of play in this opening matchup at the 2024 U21 Men's National Championship. Tyler George joined by Sarah Basiri. Sarah, pretty wide open game so far.
Yeah.
Not a lot of rocks in play. As we
Very consistent.
saw a couple guards thrown, but
Yes. Not as much as I would have expected.
yeah, kind of easing in. Again, the first game, not unusual to see teams playing a little bit more conservatively. So Team Fitzgerald leading Team Brenden 2-0. 2 in the first for Fitzgerald and a blank in the second for Brenden.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Opening stone thrown in the rings, so
Yep. 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 No roll. No roll.
hit, trying to roll
Yep. 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 Yep.
to the outside.
Sorry. I didn't know with the weight how much it would kick.
So maybe playing a delayed corner, hitting
I
that
like that.
first. And we'll see if they do elect to throw a corner on the second shot of the end. For Team Fitzgerald, pretty simple call to play the hit and stick with the 2-0 advantage. We definitely see a difference in how the Rocks run. You know, being a little bit outside the 4-foot lines, they run a little straight.
Yeah. I think there might be
As
somewhat
opposed
of
to
a
when we
fall.
saw in the middle of the sheet, right, that they would actually curl and go across the center line.
Yeah.
And with that rollout, they are throwing the delayed corner. Throwing the out turn
Line's okay.
2-3.
to get it outside the 4-foot line if they can.
The line. 1, 2.
Only if we have to.
Owen Nelson,
Line's
this
line's
out turn
okay.
again, getting
looks
close to
good.
the center line, starting to curl.
Hey, Broom. Curl it at the end here. Well,
go,
on
Miles.
its own. Well. Yep.
Yeah, you got
little
room,
bit,
Miles.
little bit. Yep, get it off that line.
A mid-tight
Good
guard.
Better, babe.
Very well done.
Good toss.
Good job, guys.
Good sweep.
You going here?
That rock cannot be removed from play yet. So they're going to go around the corner guard.
Back 4. Back 4, back 8. Big drop. It's always up to the back 8. 10. Make sure back.
Plenty of room on this line, but
Really got to curl.
does need to curl a long ways still. The weight was a little bit less than what they thought it was.
Yeah.
Hey, 10-5, you say? Okay.
Oh, this is my favorite shot.
This is the one.
Yeah.
Love these shots.
The hit and roll. Hit and roll is one of the toughest shots in curling, Sarah. But it's one of your favorites.
Yes, I think it's so satisfying when you
Yep,
hit
yep,
it perfectly and then it just rolls.
That's
behind.
definitely true. It is very satisfying
Yep.
for those that are able to actually do it.
Hard, you got it. Yep.
I can usually somewhat make it. The roll is so hard to
Right.
get exact.
Well, I like that.
sometimes.
Usually somewhat
Yeah.
make it. I've somewhat made a lot of shots in my life.
Yes.
So looks like they'll be peeling the corner. Trying to keep things open now as opposed to drawing under now that they're able to peel.
Yes. I also love peels. They're also very satisfying. Except when I nose them, then I don't like them.
Well, that one was pumped out a little bit. Just a little flare, and again, not a lot of margin for error on the
Yeah.
outside of the sheet. If you get wide a little bit, they do
should
seem to
track
be
the
going
same.
backwards.
Yeah.
If Owen's guard tracks the same.
I think there's a fall.
So now it'll be a matter of who's able to adjust, knowing that it runs that straight in the outside and does curl more in the center.
This looks like a lot of ice.
Nice,
Might be wrong,
nice. Little tight.
3
Not
top
bad,
12.
though. Straight early.
Starting to curl already.
Where?
You see
Okay.
that
Go.
backward sweeping
Yeah.
again.
Go straight.
You do see that
Go hard.
on tour at the elite levels of the game now too.
Yes.
Corner now.
Can be
Corner,
dangerous
corner,
when there's a lot of rocks in play, but pretty simple
Yes.
when there's only one guard you need to worry about. It's really well done by
Good shot,
Miles. Buried in the top of the 12-foot.
Like that. That's peel. Just go curve.
Is this a double peel?
Curve.
Yeah, just trying to play the run back. The guard to the rock in the top of the 12-foot.
Yep. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Straight. Hard. Hard.
Jackson Askew trying to make this double.
Nice
And
shot.
gets both very well done.
Good call, Aiden. Good.
Rolls to the center a little bit too.
Yeah.
So no
Just right
corner
here.
to go underneath. That's a good shot.
That's what
Four.
I'm seeing. Yeah. It's a little risky, but I like it. Yeah.
Still a guard to go behind for Team
Is it a
Brenden.
little faster from practice? Yeah. Not much though, right? Okay.
Connor Grabo. Intern come around draw.
Okay. I'm okay. Where?
Good smooth release there from Connor.
Where?
If the broom is right, I'd expect them to be close here.
Hey, always
Gotta
curl.
curl. Curl if you can. I think you can go. Yep, yep. Yep,
Trying to
hard
get
all
it
the
to
way.
curl
Yep,
to
finish it
finish
hard.
and bury under that guard.
Yep, 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 yep. Okay.
Good spot there, right on the tee
Good
line.
shot.
Done. 5%.
That's very specific. 5% of the rock is showing.
Way out when a little tap's okay. I like
You can come at it with hack. I think that's doable.
Yeah, yeah. Even if you don't. Yep. Not the end.
Looks like they're electing to play the freeze. You could dig it out with hack because we know it curls in the middle of the sheet too.
Yes. I don't mind that shot either. I just think I'm more of a hit person, so
Playing to your strengths.
yes.
It's a good thing.
Carter's.
So out-turn freeze attempt.
Line's good. Short.
Jackson Askew.
Hard line's good. Hard. You gotta go, Carter. Hard. You gotta go.
Really hard. All the way.
Yeah, perfect line, just doesn't quite have the weight to get there.
Say that again. You like
Yeah.
that?
Miles, just go talk to him. We got time.
Well, I know, but do we just do this? Then they have this again. I mean,
So
you
the
could try to
discussion will be about
half
what you
berry,
want to leave your opponent.
half berry.
With hammered, 3 shots left.
So,
They'd really like to score 2 or more with this setup.
like half
Yeah.
buried, but then they run this. I think
They
you
make
might
the stuff.
Do you
they're
ever
gonna give me
think
all of that
about
yellow
guarding?
now, don't they?
make them make
Their
the run.
promote?
That's what I think.
No, if they make the
I
stuff.
think
I
they want to
swallow,
go
they
in the
got yellow
house
run.
because they can't guard
like
both
this.
shots. If they guard the yellow raise, then there's an in-turn draw around the outside. If they
Yeah.
guard
Same way you
the
think?
draw, then they have the raise.
I think you should have to get there first.
Yeah, so they're going to go in the rings. Looks like they're playing to
It's okay.
the
Back
outside, so that'll leave the raise and the
Tee, back tee is perfect.
draw
straight.
around. We'll see
Straight.
if Team Fitzgerald elects to hit the open one to try to stay away from giving up more than
That's over curling.
2 points. They're running out of house to be shot, though.
Yeah.
Oh, just
Needs to
ball.
stop.
I think we do.
It's very close.
so, too.
Cannot tell.
And whether or not that rock is second count may dictate what they decide to play.
Yes.
I think they think red is 2.
Yeah, I like this firm. Oh, you draw a firm deal? I'm not even going to take this double. I used to like playing firm, getting her. If you're into it, that's sick. You're never moving it. Yeah. Like that? Yep. That's firm or what? Yeah. Okay. Easy firm, nothing.
Ooh, they're going firm with this.
Yeah, they're trying to keep the roll flat. So the more weight you play, the more sideways the rock will roll as opposed to backwards.
That makes sense.
So they're really, it gives you a little less margin for error because throwing it hard, you have to hit the rock pretty thick in order to stick around.
Yep.
But they'd like to hit probably 2/3 of this stone on the inside and roll this all the way to the 4-foot if they can. So Aiden Fitzgerald with a 2-0 lead. Trying to hit and roll in. We've seen how straight these lines have run in the outside.
Hard! Jake, hard. Hard for a piece. Hard!
Trying to hold it, though.
Ooh, for a piece.
Ends up just going by. So maybe didn't quite get out to the broom there.
Yep. Like you said, less margin for error.
So now maybe an opportunity for a big end for Team Brenden. And now, Sarah, looking at this, it's all about what's our opponent's way out of this end? What's the shot they can make that can keep us from getting multiple points?
Yeah.
And getting in there, and that's correctly called there by Brenden, that their way out is to come in, so we need to go in first.
Yep.
I like the call. It does appear from that overhead view that red is indeed second.
Yeah.
Although we've been fooled by the overhead views many times.
It's very close.
Yeah, we're going to say red just based on the shot selection from both teams in this end.
Yes.
So Zach Brenden with the in-turn come-around draw. Would love to get this right to the top of the 4-foot. Starting to curl now. Sweepers don't want to go. Line's very good. It's all about weight now.
Looks a little up.
Hey, that does a trick.
A little tap, but that's very good. The shooter still stays above the tee line.
What did you guys get on that?
They didn't really leave a freeze now with that same intern side, and if they play the tap,
Hey, that's never a bad.
probably
Yeah.
has to move that top stone in the top of the 4-foot.
Yeah.
We were kind of just guessing on the weight.
Oh,
Hit it pretty close, you know.
Looks like they may be considering the run back.
Yeah, 90 would have been probably perfect.
I mean,
agree with that.
it's not a bad call, but it doesn't necessarily open it up because you still have that guard up there.
Like if we're up top.
Yeah, and with the 2-0 lead,
Yeah.
they'd be very happy with 2 of these red stones going out, regardless of where they leave the shooter. If you could stick the shooter in, it's great.
Yeah.
But if you make the run double, at least your worst case is only giving up 2.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
The only
I
other
like the
option
run
would be to
back.
play the outturn draw, right, and just try to come around to the button. But
There's just so much. Like, that's such a. It has to be such an exact shot.
Right.
I think I'd go for the hit too.
I think I agree. I think the run back is probably the right shot.
So, I mean, and it's tough when it's their power.
And this is really one where it's about what do you think you're going to make
Yeah.
as the skip? What do you feel more comfortable playing? If you feel more comfortable with the draw, then the draw is the right shot. If you feel like you're going to make the run back, then play the run back. So very important shot early in this game.
But I mean, you're still looking at no tip here.
Aiden Fitzgerald playing the outturn run back. Not playing it with too much weight.
Yeah.
Starting to curl early.
As soon as it hits that line, it just. Oh gosh.
It just touches the guard.
Oh, no, it's cut off.
Looks like it's going to be a draw for 4
Ever touch that?
for Team Brenden.
Saying,
Are they sure that it's red?
don't even mess
I don't
with
know
it.
if they're positive.
If we,
They're taking one more look to make sure.
Go right there.
yeah.
I don't want to ever touch that rock.
Well, right, yeah.
Just like my first, it's going to be like the same track.
You heard I don't want to touch that rock, and they're saying they don't want to touch the yellow
It's close.
on the
Okay.
top
We'll
of the
take
12-foot.
for sure if we make this, but it's a measure for 4.
I wouldn't mind to hit it out. I feel like that would be securing that it's
That's what I'm thinking.
4,
I
but
just don't ever want to clip the yellow.
Yeah, the
Right?
way they're talking about it makes it sound like they think they're
they're pretty sure
they're
that
third
it's red.
right now,
Yeah.
and it's probably a measure, but they don't want to take the chance hitting the top one. So final stone, third end. Zach Brenden
But it's felt
Mine's
needs
great.
to basically touch the 8-foot
Always
for
straight, just put it here.
another point, whether it's for 3 or 4.
All right,
Yep.
you got it. Straight if any. Okay, yep. Yep.
Looks good.
Yep, shouldn't be anywhere near that yellow top stone. So at least a 3
Yeah, all the way. Good
for
shot.
Team Brenden. And we'll take a look and see which it is.
I see 4.
They agreeing it's 4. Oh, are they measuring?
So 4 it is.
4.
So Team
Four
Brenden with a
back.
4-point end, now leading 4-2 after 3 ends of play. And with the third end break, I'll tell you about Warm Room Hero. They're more than just software. It's curlers dedicated to building long-term relationships with your club.
You're right on that.
Warm Room Hero provides continuous support to ensure your website exceeds your members' expectations. Check out Warm Room Hero today at curling.club. That's Warm Room Hero at curling.club. Fourth end of action in this opening draw. Zach Brenden with a 4 in the third end
Big end.
to now take the lead 4-2 over Aiden Fitzgerald. A lot of game left here.
Yeah.
Here we see the other scores on the sheets. Nick Senzali leading 2-0 over Ryan Church on sheet A. Matthew Lanoy with a 2-0 lead on Caden Rose on B. And Caden Hebert and Mason Gensel 1-1 in the third on sheet C. And again, our feature game, Zach Brenden with a 4-2 lead over Aiden Fitzgerald. Start of the fourth end. Team Fitzgerald will have
I like
Hammer
even locking.
starting off this fourth end of play.
I love that.
I think if you're up, it's okay.
I think it's this.
Okay. Top 12.
One rock in the side of the 4-foot, a corner guard for Team Fitzgerald.
Mine's okay.
Owen Nelson
Just
second
top
after
12.
his first.
Top 12's perfect.
Went into the 4-foot.
Okay.
Gotta make sure it's there.
Oh, I don't want to
Looks like they're trying to play a tight
guard.
guard just in front of that other
Whoa.
stone.
Yeah, that's right on.
Trying to let
Okay.
it die so it doesn't
That'll work.
overcurl. Line should be fine.
I wouldn't even worry about that.
Heard 16-7, the call on the hog-to-hog time.
Wow.
So definitely fast ice.
Yes.
So easy to be
Jackson,
heavy on this type of ice too.
here, top eight.
Scary.
Jackson,
Those types of numbers are very scary to hear.
lines
Yes.
real tight. Hard. Hard.
Definitely seeing good curl once you get inside the 4-foot lines
Yeah.
too.
Oh, ooh, I thought that was by.
Yeah,
That
just
really
You wanna make
goes.
hit the brakes, little different
I think
line.
it's this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got it.
That almost guards the red better.
Keep showing the hit and roll. You can
Yeah,
hang this.
good start to the end for Team Brenden now. They're going to be drawing around again, trying to sit 2.
Mine's okay.
Look,
I don't like. Whoa, it's got to curl. Actually, line's closed. Straight. Gotta go. Straight.
Miles Grabo playing this intern come around draw.
Whoa. Ah. Okay. Ah. That was just a weird release.
Yeah.
Like right out of hand. I'm like, okay.
Miles is on the mixed 4s
Yeah.
state team going to nationals as well.
Yeah. Who's on that team? Do you know?
That's a good question.
I think it's. Actually, I can't remember. I know that team, but I can't remember who's on it.
I do know that all 4 of the players on the team were at U21s with separate teams
Yeah.
prior to this.
This is a new team or a newer team.
A
You
brand
think
new
another
squad for this
I
season.
think now, yeah.
The Grey
Yeah,
Blues
it's
have
this
always
way,
been
though.
together.
It's got to
though.
be that way.
Well, I mean, you can make this good. It's
And we
just
also
tougher.
know that Skittles are their favorite 5th end snack.
Throw what you
That's
know
a
now.
solid choice.
Very important details there.
Top
So I
8,
wonder if
top
that was
4's
brought
ready.
onto the team from somebody else or if that's something they just all decided on this year.
Yes, I like the. What are they called? Like the Reese's peanut butter things, but like the Skittle form
Line's a
Reese's
little tight.
Pieces.
It's always
I like
straight.
those.
Where? Line's getting better.
Top 12,
Line's getting
top 8.
better. Whoa, line's okay. Line's fine.
Oh, man. This
Miles
thing's
throwing
running.
the
We ever bring it
out
back,
turn
man?
this time.
Yep.
Redstone's starting to pile up in play right now.
Bringing
Yep.
it
all the way.
back.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
wisely sweeping that to the back of the 8-foot. So you don't want to leave it right next to that red or on the back of the button. It'll
Yeah.
leave a freeze for
We're
your
like this.
opponent. And you see the coaches
like
behind the
that.
sheet there. Dave Jensen for Team
This?
Brenden. You know Dave very well, Sarah.
Yeah. Okay. Throw.
He's a
And
good coach.
And my friend Evan Workin, who I just spent this previous weekend with up in Duluth
Oh, nice.
at our charity event.
Awesome.
Yep.
Evan and I both had to brave the elements driving down here for this event, as the snow in Duluth is really bad right now.
Oh my goodness. Did you get caught?
No, everything went just fine, thankfully.
Good. We flew out a day before the storm hit, so
That was a
good.
very smart move.
Yeah, that's right. I got 9-5. I'm not playing out good.
I mean, even if you do this, that's not the worst.
Good hit and stick from Carter Mitchell there, now sitting on the top of the forefoot.
Back, back.
Much better position for Team Fitzgerald.
I think this is close.
Now Connor Graybow
Line's okay.
playing the out turn.
Whoa. Close. Curl.
Nice
Whoa, straight.
soft control
Whoa,
weight here.
whoa. Curl.
Trying to avoid
Whoa,
their own backing
whoa.
with this hit.
Curl.
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 looks good.
My bad.
Oh,
Good throw.
Does jam, but stays in front of that Yellowstone. Yellow sitting 1 now, but not a bad position.
Plug it. Shall I come here?
No surprise at all to see
We won.
Coach working,
We're
pacing
one.
behind the sheet. Nervous energy.
I like plugging it, really. I like this.
If we could bottle his energy, Sarah, we'd be millionaires.
Like this. Gotta make it good, but the results.
that's a good way
I
to
don't
put
see
it.
what else you have, yeah. Here's really good. Oh. Even if you're just here, I mean. Yeah. Because if you plug it, he just plays that same basic ball.
It's already sitting 1.
I think they're just drawing in. I like that.
I think so, yeah. It's a little dangerous to chase that red stone. It's hard to avoid the backing and stick around.
Yeah.
So they're just going to draw in again. There you see Coach Jensen momentarily.
Oh no.
Calm down a little. Come on. Oh, you can't touch it.
Get you some nice views of random objects and the ice level at the club.
Very important.
You now know where the bathrooms are in the club. It's very important information.
I think
The
it's
draw
just
does
this,
go deep to the back of the 12-foot.
Right?
So sitting first and third
You like that same
for Team
12-5?
Fitzgerald.
Cool. I'm going to throw it the same then.
A tap opportunity for Brenden now.
Line's okay. Where? It's got to curl. Whoa, let it grab. Whoa. Curl, curl, hard.
Trying to get this to curl. It's right on the edge of where we've seen rocks start to curl, and looks like they were playing a run instead of a tap.
Okay. 11-9.
Oh gosh. Crashed on the guard.
You like the same thing? I can't believe that was set up. Hey.
Another opportunity to draw in
Yeah, I'd say
for Team Fitzgerald, trying to set up a 2 or a 3,
Yep.
trailing 4-2 in this game.
it's got to be close. Carter, mine's good. Might be Jake. Jake, straight. 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 Straight, where is
And the
it?
sound of things
Hard,
sounds
let
like they need
go.
to sweep for line.
Over and off, push, push. Gotta be over.
Didn't hear any contact with stones. So we're going to
Using
assume
our
it
context clues here.
ends up being short.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe got a little spooked by that previous draw.
Yeah.
That went
Give
deep.
it top 4
and
I'll make
ends
it
up
back seat.
Weight's good.
being
Yeah.
short. Could be something with the rocks as well. You did hear on the previous
Throw
shot
top
they were
4,
very
but I want it to
surprised
land back seat.
at how deep it went.
Yep.
And we like to give the benefit of the doubt on these things too. But always blame the rocks or something else as the commentators for the
Yes.
players' sake.
That's all Connor flying because I can't see. 95-4.
So Team Brenden now another chance to come into the
That's
4 foot.
good.
And that same out turn line, now 2 guards on top.
Straight at Finney right now. All right, lot of room, lot of room. Curl side.
Fun seeing some familiar faces from
hard curl, Moss, you
Denver
gotta go.
and
Yeah.
other camps that
Hey,
we've done in the
gear,
past
Moss.
too.
Hard.
My
Yeah.
brother's known
All the
Zach
way,
a
you got
very
this.
long time.
Hard, straight,
Very
straight,
close to
straight.
Zach. Very close to my brother.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay.
Ends up just short of the 4 foot. Tough to get in for a second point now, though, with
Yeah.
how these rocks are set up.
Everything's guarding the button.
Does he even have this? You have everything. You have everything this time. Right? Yeah, I think you gotta play that because he gets on this. I think this is what really hurts you. I mean, he makes a tap. Yeah. Like, just tip your hat. I mean, we're in a horrible spot anyway. Yeah. We get one on it's like 1 to 4. That's pretty even. I thought it was like I was like, oh, here.
So discussion now about where to place this stone. And if there's room on this in-turn side to come around and get second count. It's a very difficult draw.
I'm not even sure if it's there.
He really doesn't have as much as I thought. I can't hear you. Can he get here? No, I don't think he can. I got the other side. Play this? Yeah. No, the guard.
And now just talking about guarding possibly.
I don't mind that, but
Yeah, I like the guard.
especially since they're
Well,
sitting one.
if
but
they guard that side, there is the in-turn tap on the other side too. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit of a risk to guard now. I like their original call to try to come in. So I think if they do throw this guard, it's a pretty good chance you'll see Team Brenden throw the in-turn tap on the other side.
Yep.
Line's a little tight.
So see where this ends up.
Never touch it. Line's good. Line's good. Always straight. Push air. No. Push. Push. Whoa.
Does end up guarding that path, and now let's see if they do play this in-turn
Just
ball.
the guard. Guard the guard.
Now talking about regarding
Man, they got
and
no
just
other
trying to make sure they only give up one.
Yeah, that
gives them an
What do you
in
think
off.
here, Sarah? What do you
I
like?
think it's the guard.
I'd have to think about it. I think I'd go with the
Long time no see, Mason.
the left, the out, in
Call everybody Mason now.
the tap.
The tap?
Yes.
Good. I like the tap too.
We were thinking
I like the
tap,
call.
but then it gives them easy to.
I just don't see where there's like a draw anywhere else.
Yeah, there's not a lot of risk in playing the tap because, like you said, there isn't a real good path in. Even the guard they just threw, that's not a very easy tap for yellow.
Yeah.
To try to get a second point, there's a very good chance you steal if you make the tap. Looks like they are playing the guard and just trying to force to a single point.
Straight at Finney.
So both teams a little conservative
Right
with
here.
their calls
Over
here.
off.
Yep.
Yeah, over off.
But going to be pretty difficult to find a second point for Team Fitzgerald.
Okay. That's a good spot. Hey, babe.
Guard does come to a stop right in front of that yellow stone, so maybe the in-turn draw around the outside.
No. You can get through there. Yeah, I think you can. Yeah.
I'm wondering if you can just chip that red out.
You may be able to, but it's hard to get shot rock doing that.
Yeah.
The shooter, because this is last stone, they need to
Oh, I
outcount
didn't
both
even
of those
realize.
reds.
Yeah.
Yeah, the end goes fast, doesn't it? So they just need to get closer than those two right now, and probably with that in-turn draw.
Yep.
And we have seen it be pretty straight out here, too. So
Gotta
really
be careful
precise.
of that, yeah.
Very difficult draw.
Carter's always Carter.
Final stone, fourth end. Just need a piece of the forefoot for a second point.
Carter's.
Only with a small piece of the forefoot to throw to on the outside.
Straight. Carter, you got it. Line straight. Straight.
Line's close.
Where is it? Whoa. Whoa, off.
Whoa.
Now over curling.
Yeah.
Just make sure I know where it is the whole way.
So a little short, but they do get the single.
Yep.
So now the score.
I like that. That's better than going for the risk shot.
After 4 ends of play, 4-3. We move on to the 5th.
You could have played like.
Fifth end of action in this opening draw. Zach Brenden with a 4-3 advantage over Aiden Fitzgerald here at the 2024 U21 Men's National Championship. Tyler George here with Sarah Basiri. Sarah, the cool thing about getting to do these games, broadcasting, is we get to talk about whatever we want.
Yeah.
So
A
tell
lot
me
of free
about
reign.
your curling season, where you've been so far, what you've played in.
We did not manage to qualify for U18s this year, but that's okay. I joined a team with some of my closest friends, some of my closest curling friends, because they were all aging out next year.
In a year?
And I really wanted to have a fun year before I really get down to business. And it was good. I think it was very successful.
Line's good.
We had a lot of fun.
Straight for now.
We do forget that it can be fun sometimes, too,
Yeah.
when we get competitive. That's good.
Yeah. I think a fun year was what I needed, but I think now I'm ready to really start.
Straight if you go.
Unfortunately, there's something wrong with my knee, so
Okay, well, make sure you take care of that knee.
yeah.
That's a good shot.
It just grabbed hard.
So I'm taking a little break, but I'll be back.
As you said, you can get down to business then.
Yes.
All right.
Back.
So center guard to start off the fifth end for Team Fitzgerald, followed by a come-around draw for Team Brenden. Owen Nelson with a nice draw to the top of the forefoot. Now Jake Ring trying to follow. Only a 1-point advantage for Team Brenden, so don't need to get over-aggressive yet for Team Fitzgerald, but looks like they're coming into the rings.
Hard, Carter, hard out.
Takes that stone out and rolls completely
I like
buried.
the other
Great shot
side.
by Ring.
Good shot.
It's the other side.
Don't think you can see an inch of that stone on either side.
Nope. Fully buried.
Yeah.
Line's good.
It's all there.
Yep.
Now it's close on its own.
Just top 8.
Top 12, top 8.
Owen Nelson trying to follow that stone.
Gotta be here. Both of you.
Freeze on the rock in the top of the 8-foot.
Oh my gosh.
Looks to be quite a ways short.
Oh gosh.
The ring was right there.
Yeah, that's where it was.
Bumps the rock off of the center line, so
Sea-line.
that rock will be put back where it was.
What? Yeah. You thought it wasn't?
I'm checking to see if that red stone is still in play. Doesn't appear to be in the house, but
Yeah.
those can be annoying. You trip over those ones in the back a lot of times.
I've seen that happen. It's not fun. No, they took it out of play.
So that rock's safely out of play.
Yes.
I like weight. Where? Back 4. Back 4. Back 4. If we're playing throw, we can't touch it.
So Team Fitzgerald going on the offensive now.
Yep.
Already a rock buried underneath another in the top of the 8-foot. Trying to go around the other stone.
Okay.
Ends up on
Try it. Yeah.
the back of the button.
Turn.
Also buried. Pretty good shot.
This is a good setup for Team Fitzgerald.
Very good setup, yes. A good chance to maybe get a steal, although very early in the end.
Yep.
But you have your opponent chasing your stones. That's always a good thing.
Yep.
Whoa, whoa.
That was aggressive.
And we'll listen for contact as we're waiting to see what
A little
happens.
too much turn. It was like a.
Okay.
We apologize if we're a little behind on some of the calls. We're not quite seeing the finish of the shots, but we do see that it's open now.
Yep.
So the peel is made. Pretty good chance that they'll try to replace this guard now.
Yep.
Again, keeping your opponents chasing.
That's a good shot.
It's yours, Jackson. Push if you have room. We gotta push this. Push. Hard. Hard push.
I hear push.
Jake hop on. Hard. Yep, hard. Hard push. Hard. Hard. Every inch gotta go. Hard.
For Mitchell trying to get this to finish up.
Okay.
Guard up, stones in the house.
Hey. Okay.
Just to cover a piece of it at least.
Yeah, 7-5.
Almost all the stones, so again, good position.
7-0. Shoot. Are we on it?
Now run back attempt for Team Brenden. Just peels one of the guards off.
His finger cut it. Flipped it.
Yeah. Okay, 2 guards best here. You don't want it too deep. He's gonna throw his peel probably two more times or so.
After that peel, just trying to replace again. Running your opponent out of stones, not a bad thing.
Straight.
Yep.
Guard replace, guard replace.
Straight. Straight.
That's a good position to be in.
Straight. Line's good now. Straight. Still straight. Hold it, Carter. Still straight. Hard. Over and off. Hard. Whoa.
I heard over and off, so just hoping this rock stops, even though it's very high.
Yeah, it's all good.
I just
not
think you have to
covering
do this.
All of the top
Well,
stone in
game
the
plan
8-foot.
says
Maybe
I
able
try
to
it
dig that
once.
out with soft weight.
It's just so high. It's too high for that, I think. Border tack.
Hack. I'm left-handed.
So hack will be the call. This come around draw, or come around hack weight shot, should say.
Yep. Hard. Hard.
Out turn
Hard, Miles,
side
back it
for
up.
Connor Graybow.
Hard. Hard.
Miles trying to hold the line. Just touches the guard. So close.
Not horrible.
Now, it does move the guard, and that's the side you want to be on.
Yep.
The wide side is the one that hurts you on that shot.
Wait.
But again, for Team Fitzgerald, able to re-guard.
Okay, I'll give you about the same then. Yup.
Jackson Askew throwing the intern.
Still Carter's. No Jake's. Mine's fine. It's always Jake. Mine's great. No, never. No.
Need this to stop.
Yeah, looks a little up.
Beauty.
And does another good guard.
Yeah.
This is a very well executed end from Team Fitzgerald.
I'm
Simple
seeing this
shots,
way.
but always good when you're playing the simple ones and your opponent's playing the difficult ones.
Yep.
7-5.
How much longer can they peel before they actually have to start? Like,
It's a very good question. This is probably the last one. I mean, unless they think they can make a triple,
yeah.
you may have to think about drawing on your skip's first shot.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Moved in. Yep.
We got a few of them moving.
Yeah.
So better setup than it was, and now it's your rock that's there.
Yep.
That's the first thing I see. Like it's there. Yeah. Oh yeah. I over-exaggerated. And the angle's really good actually if you get it there. And I don't think. Yeah, you can get that for it, but it's real tricky. I like that.
So it's still not a bad setup here for Fitzgerald.
Yep.
Sarah, what's your call here? You like this tap that they're looking at?
They're tapping.
Looks
don't-
that way.
I like that. I don't see anything else. I think the draw is, I think it's too high. That rock is too high, so I think I'd tap too. I think you're securing your at least one by tapping.
Yeah, tough to guard because they have a shot on either side.
Yeah.
The tap, if you make it, puts you in a very good position to try to steal still.
Yep.
So we believe this will be the intern tap for Aiden Fitzgerald.
Can't touch it.
Heard back line out of hand on the call. Really needs to curl too.
Yep.
You're not going to make contact.
The fall is really severe.
Yeah, you saw him ask for a little more broom for that tap, saying we can always try to make it curl, but that's a straight line to try to do that on.
Yeah.
The double.
Draw or double?
You like the double?
I'm seeing double.
Yeah, me too.
Hammer says.
Yep.
So.
I just think the draw's aggressive. I'm not.
That's a hard double.
No, I don't think so. 8-5.
Okay.
Ooh, I'd like to see this.
Now they talked about the draw. Now it looks like they're electing to play the double.
Oh. Yeah. This is pretty.
The team seems to all agree that they like playing the double here.
Yeah.
If you don't clear the second stone, your opponent is drawing again underneath cover. So
Yeah.
there's a bit of a risk in playing the double here. You really need to clear both. And even if you do make the double, the shooter probably rolls out. And then your opponent gets a chance to draw again.
Yep.
So still not a bad situation for Team Fitzgerald, regardless of the result.
Yep.
Here is Zach Brenden attempting that double.
Ooh.
A hair too thick, clears one and rolls off.
Oh, I made that. Yeah.
So Fitzgerald will be able to draw in. Try to get this right to the top of the button again.
Yep.
Very good one here. Hair less. Sever hair. What?
If they are able to get this buried underneath to the top of the button, it'll be a tough score
Yeah.
for Brenden.
Fitzgerald will be in a good position.
So in-turn draw with the final stone of the first half of the game for Team Fitzgerald.
Carter. Jake. Oh, oh. Street. Jake.
Great chance to try to set up a steal if they're able to make this.
Street. Oh, wait.
Line's good.
Street. Hard.
Just trying to carry it as far as they can.
Hard. Hard.
Looks really good.
It just gets to the top of the 12-foot. Not a bad spot. There will be a draw available for Brenden.
Nicely buried.
Yeah.
So needs to get full 4-foot on this final stone to
Yep.
score. Touch the 8-foot to outcount the top stone.
Not bad.
Had a couple good looks at this path. Should have a pretty good idea where to go. So final stone of the first half. Zach Brenden. Looking for full 4-foot.
Hard straight. Hard straight. Hard straight.
Trying to hold the line to get by the rock in the top of the 12s.
Yeah.
Needs to go to get second.
You're good, Miles.
Hands up short, so that will be a steal of 2 for Fitzgerald. They lead 5-4 at the break. And halfway through, it's time for the Broomfitters break. Broomfitters.com is the place for good curling gear and fast shipping on everything curling. For a limited time, take 10% off your first order with the code USA. Visit Broomfitters.com. 1 men's national championship event. Tyler George coming to you live with Sarah Basirian. Sarah, I say this all the time when I do the men's and women's and the mixed doubles broadcast, that it's always faster after the break, and I always tell my old teammate John Landsteiner, because I used to annoy him with that on purpose, even though he knew. John may or may not be watching, but it is faster after the break, John.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. And that's not a bad thing, even, you know, if you're playing at the junior level, if you're playing at the men's or women's level, or any curling whatsoever. When you play in these games that have a break, whether it's an 8-end break with they mop after the 4th end, or a 10-end game like we have here, where they mop after the 5th, even if you think your teammates know, always good to remind them.
Yeah.
It usually is faster afterwards.
Yeah.
No problem with that first stone for Team Fitzgerald, though.
10.
They lead this game 5-4 after giving up a 4. Coming back with a single point and then a steal of 2.
Very back and forth.
Definitely a back and forth battle. Both teams in their first game of the competition. Just getting used to the ice. Trying to figure out where they're getting the most curl and where it's running straighter. And that rock rolled out, so we have a wide open house now.
Line's good. It's got to move a lot, actually.
Owen Nelson throwing his second stone of the 6th end. Trying to go to a corner guard.
I mean,
Might not be on. I don't think so.
whoa. Whoa. Yeah, that's okay. Good judge.
Okay.
Does stop
Hair
up top. Owen going to school in Mankato to be a pilot,
That's so cool.
which will keep him very busy, I'm sure, if he continues
Yes.
with his curling
Yes.
career as well.
Line's good.
We thank the families for the inside info on the players before the game
That's
started.
so cool. I
That's
didn't know
very
people
cool.
did that.
All you have to push. You're gonna get there. Can't touch it. Can't touch it. Bring it back. It's late. All right. I just got it. Yeah. So I thought it was higher than 11.
Comes to a stop right in the top of the 8-foot.
You got it.
Nice weight there.
Yep.
10-5.
Yep. Yep.
Hard. Hard, you gotta go.
Yep.
Hard for any roll. Hard for any roll.
Well.
Trying to get this to turn over to get a roll underneath.
Okay. That's fine.
Ends up just rolling to the outside. Told the team did a push-up contest during the finals of the men's and women's nationals.
Do you know who won?
He obviously had a good release.
Does not have a winner listed. We'll have to find out after, but we appreciate watching as they were listening to me as they're doing that. So apparently it was push-ups for when I would say, I think, certain words or things like that. To figure out what those words are for future
I have a couple
games
ideas.
and make them do as many push-ups as possible.
That's good. Real nice. Good throw, bud.
Pretty wide open end now. Team Fitzgerald hitting and rolling to the outside.
9-5.
Carter Mitchell is able to stick around in the outside there, so
9-5.
Whoa. Whoa.
Miles Grayball
Whoa.
trying to
Room up.
repeat.
Whoa. Clean. Whoa.
Important to stick around, try to still have a chance to score your 2.
Never moving.
That rolls out, so we'll see if
Okay.
Team Fitzgerald elects to peel now with this 5-4 lead, and really no rocks to try to steal with.
If you roll it off, you're fine. Better thin.
So peel is the call. Well, they did say if they roll into the house, they're okay with that too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the only thing you don't want to do is nose on this shot.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's the worst.
Whoa, whoa. No roll, no roll, no roll. No.
That rolls all the way off the rings, but that's still a good result for that shot for Fitzgerald.
Right here.
Always go corner guard. So just play the wing.
So we can look and see what other information we have on these players as they're playing this open end, drawn to the outside. For Team Fitzgerald, they've been together since they were 10.
Oh my goodness.
You should have a
Those
pretty
types
good.
of teams make me happy.
Yeah, you know each other very well. A lot of
Always curl.
good
Always
communication with teams that stick
Always
together
curl.
that long. Nerd clusters are their 5th end snack break.
I love those, but they're very addictive.
Coach Workin was apparently their nanny and then became their coach. I love that because I'm going to call him Mr. Nanny now, which is an old movie starring Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
It's out. Play back center then. I think, right? You don't like this? Yeah, I don't think I
Stone
want
just sneaks through the rings. So open draw to the rings once again for Team Fitzgerald.
Mine's good. Close, guys. Carter's down. Can't be down.
As you mentioned, Sarah, U18 silver.
Top 4.
What?
Previous U18 silver for them the
Yes.
previous year.
Yes.
Hard, Carter. Hard. Push it. Push it, Carter. Good swing, guys.
So just drawing to the top of the 4-foot. Ends up on the button. A good result
Right.
there.
All right, 9-5.
So open hit for Team Brennan. You see a skip. Zach Brennan wears the same socks all week as Superstition. I'm not sure how I feel about that one.
I think putting that on air is very bold, but I like that.
Well, if that's the information we get from family, then that's what we say.
Yep. Yep.
That's funny.
Yep.
I'm wondering if it's like a set of the same socks
Yeah.
or if it's the exact same pair with another pair underneath so that they're not actually touching his feet the entire time.
I think they might smell, but it's okay. As long as whatever gets him to win.
That would be my concern, yes. There could be a
It might distract the players, which is definitely an advantage.
So Aiden Fitzgerald now, the open hit on the stone in the 4-foot. Again, not much of a chance to play for a steal at this point, so they'll be happy to trade hits.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, it's just clean. Whoa, whoa, off. Any roll, any roll. Any roll, any roll, any roll.
Good shot.
Good hit and stick made.
Oh, really? I was hearing more than that.
9-5.
Okay.
Now, I feel like this one's very important to say, but I don't have all the information for Team Fitzgerald. I'm not sure whose grandpa this is. It says Grandpa Jim loves them. So, not sure which of the players we have Grandpa Jim for. But he probably loves all the players, even if they're
Yes.
not his grandchildren, too.
Especially if they've been playing since they were 10 years old.
Very good point.
Yep.
So that's
yep,
very
yep.
important when you get information about family members that love them,
Yes.
especially the grandparents. Got to make sure that gets on the air.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, just stick it on the nose.
Would like to roll to the opposite side of the house to try to roll in front of their own red to maybe set up a jam, but does stick in the rings. So another hit and stick opportunity for Aiden Fitzgerald. Sweeping to try to stick around. Would like to roll right to the button. At least to the top of the forefoot. So it'll be a peel attempt again for the blank for Team Brenden. Playing the out-turn side once again, trying to keep hammer for the 7th end.
Yep.
In this final stone of the 6th.
Clean. Yep. Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Early sweep call.
Hard.
Hard on.
Trying to hold the line to roll it out.
Miles, take it away. Take it away, Miles. Hey, good toss, Zach.
And does get off the paint. Well executed by Brenden.
6 red.
Good shot, Zach.
So the score will remain 5-4. On to the 7th after that blank.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
Aiden Fitzgerald leading Zach Brenden after 6 ends of play. After that blank in the 6th. Take a look at the other scores. You see a final already. Nick Senzali 11-1 over Ryan Church on sheet A. Matthew Lanoy 4-3, leading Caden Rose. Caden Hebert 6-2 over Mason Gensel on sheet C. Again, our feature matchup. Aiden Fitzgerald leading 5-4 over Zach Brenden. So Sarah, they'd really like to get a 2 now this end after getting that blank in the previous end. 2 or more would be your target, but when you do the math with the rest of the game, if they did blank in the 7th as well, then they'd probably have the hammer in 2 of the last 3 ends.
Let's
so
hope. Yep.
Blank is not a bad result either. So these are the ends we call 2 or 0. We don't want to take 1. We don't want to give up a steal, but a blank is good, and scoring more than 1 would be good.
Yep.
A couple guards in play already. And Team Fitzgerald
Just
trying
got
to,
by the car.
yeah, great sweep there. Trying to force the action. And this is a good start for Team Fitzgerald too, Sarah, with the guard and the rocker on the top of the forefoot. They don't want to give a chance for a blank.
Yep.
They like having more rocks in play.
Line's good. Top 8. Full 8's perfect. It's close.
So Owen Nelson
Line's
trying
all there.
to
It's always curl.
chase that stone that Jake ring through. Around the center guard,
If we're there, it's
playing
just
to a
Miles.
freeze.
You got room, Miles.
Yeah, finish it hard. Whoa. 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 Good.
That settles in right
Good
up
boy.
next to it. Both
Nice
leads.
freeze.
Yeah, great start to the end for both sides. Boy, very good rock placement for the first 4 shots.
Remember this. No,
Minimal errors.
that's
Better down.
I would say that's a perfect start.
Yeah.
Now Carter Mitchell following on this same outturn path.
5. Good.
Heard 5 the call, which would be right around top of the 8 foot.
4, 5, 3.
Now hearing 3, so maybe that stone
Hard, you go.
a little softer than they expected. Does end up just short of the rings, but
Like that, Jack?
a good guard.
Where'd you guys drug that? Huh?
Yeah. I know.
Team Brenden deciding time to open things up.
Oh,
Don't like the way these rocks are set up.
girl. Hard
Trying to
girl.
move the guards.
Hey, take that, Zach.
Makes the
Zach.
triple. Look at that
Good.
shot.
Okay.
Really well done. And now just a single yellow or single red stone in the top of the 4 foot and another guard.
Cool.
Yeah.
That just looked cool.
Double
I didn't even
peel
care if
run
it was
back
productive. That looked
to make
really
the
cool.
triple.
I know. That's the best part.
Things looking a little different now.
That's the best part.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. I think that's why it looked cool.
And now for Team Fitzgerald back on defense
I thought 9-0.
after that shot was made.
Like, obviously.
Yep, 3. Oh.
Trying to play the hit and roll under the corner guard. Needs to curl a little more.
Nice shot.
That's,
Good
that's
roll.
Good, Mitch.
Rolls to the outside. So I don't mind the hit here just because you are playing that 0 or 2. If you can roll under the guard, it's great. But again, sorry, like we talked about, now you can continue to play that blank or score more than 1.
The blanks have been used a lot in this
Mhm.
game. I don't think
Great.
I don't think juniors get taught
Yep.
the power of blanking. But this team seems to be very
Attaboy.
experienced with it.
A really nice hit and roll there, too, under the corner guard.
Go.
Kind of an ideal situation now for Brenden.
Yeah. Yeah, I can get there. This way. Yeah. Better hair down. Better hair down.
Can't really see much of that from the hack, maybe just a sliver, so playing either a freeze or a bump. This out-turn side.
Whoa. Whoa. Easy. Whoa. Whoa. Push. Push.
Jackson Askew trying to get this to
Hard. Push it.
turn over now.
Push it. Hard. Take it. Take it. Take it. Hard. Push it. Come on.
Makes contact.
Gotta go, Jake.
Red stays in the house, and the yellow rolls to the back of the 12-foot.
Did I throw it okay?
Looks red is shot. So a good opportunity to go right back under the corner guard. And,
What do I need?
and now,
Like,
sorry, here's
fighting
where
eight?
you say we have a good setup
Do I
to
just
score
need to
more than
fight
1.
eight?
Now we're going to attack.
Yep.
So you
How
see
deep
them
do I
go
need
under
to
that
be?
corner guard.
I like full 8.
Okay.
I like
Top 4 is perfect actually on this line.
Okay.
Like top 4 weight.
Yeah. I got it.
So the out turn, come around, draw. Oh, lefty. In turn, come around, draw.
Where?
They gotta go. Always line.
Connor
Full
Graybo
12.
looking to get this to
Where?
top 8 foot. Top 8, top 4.
Hard.
Line
Gotta
looks
be there,
good.
boys.
Hard. Yep.
Line
yep,
looks
yep,
very
yep.
good.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Nice shot.
That'll work.
That's really well done. Perfectly buried. Good depth on that shot, too.
Ready?
Yep.
No. can get one here. Okay. If you like that. Then he's just down to it. I don't know how much it gets there, really. Your call. Here's good. If you think you can really get to here, I think I can get there. With hack. Okay.
Very precise shot trying to play this with hack.
Throw it the same.
Yep.
Yep.
It does look like a lot of broom, too. It curls once it gets across the center, but this is one where you want to err on the side of being narrow. If it gets the guard, at least it opens up the counter.
Oh. Push.
So playing this out turn.
Hard. Hard, Carter. Hard. You gotta go. Hard, Carter. You got it. Hard.
Gets by the guard.
Ooh.
Loses the back red. Pretty good result there. Rolls in for shot rock, too.
Let's make sure we don't jam. I'm almost thinking 10-5 so we can hit lower.
Well, we'll still be shot.
Okay.
You like?
I like what you like. I like what you like.
I can't hear you. Okay. Control.
So trying to hit and roll underneath the corner guard again. Keep their chances of a 2 or 3. Connor Graybo.
Yep.
Out
Yep.
turn
Hard
side
mouse.
for the lefty.
Yeah. Keep it going. Okay. No. Okay.
Ends up on the nose.
Nice
Not a
shot.
terrible spot. So still sitting 2, Sarah. Still a good setup.
Yep. I think Fitzgerald is about to take one of them out, though.
They're calling the hit and trying to roll. And they can make this a couple different ways. If they roll under the corner, it's a good spot. And if it ends up too thin, they might be able to play the double or roll on top of that stone. So multiple
double
good
would be-
results.
The double would be amazing, but it's a hard angle.
It's pretty thin on the double. So I think
Yeah.
they're playing the roll first. And if it hangs, then they can play for the double.
Yep.
In turn hit and roll attempt. Aiden Fitzgerald.
Straight out of hand.
Yep, early sweep call.
Yeah.
Hard. Hard.
Trying to hold that line.
Hard. Roll it.
Ends up just off nose. Loses the other back yellow.
It's what it
Yep.
is.
If we nose it, that's not a bad result either.
I don't want to let them.
Right.
I think if we want to roll away.
So now the discussion will be about where they want to leave the shooter on this hit.
That's
I would
fair.
like the roll. I feel like that would be beneficial to them.
This is easy. Chance for 3.
And they're talking about the roll is how we have a chance for 3. 3 is pretty unlikely at this point because if they make that roll perfect,
Yeah. 9-5.
you may see Fitzgerald just hit the open stone
Yeah.
because that one's not protected. So nose isn't a terrible shot either. There really
Yeah, I mean,
isn't much angle on a double.
Yeah. I think they're in good to take one.
Yeah, just 9-5. Just don't feel good with the 10-5. Oh, jeez.
So either a nose hit or a roll under the corner guard, trying to maintain their chance for a 2-point end. Zach Brenden. Playing the out turn this time.
Ball.
Zach did say didn't mind nose at all.
Ball. Straight. Straight.
He does end up on the nose. Zach not real pleased with it, but that's actually not a bad spot at all.
Yeah. I don't think it'll affect them that much.
Still a pretty good chance at getting 2 now this end, unless Fitzgerald's able to make a really difficult roll underneath the corner guard. Probably only playing hack to board with a pretty good amount of broom. So his final stone of the 7th. Early sweep call again.
Hard, you got it, Carter, hard. Whoa. Yes. Roll. Whoa.
Does roll.
That
Will
was
it
a
stop?
Nice roll.
No.
Oh,
Ooh, spins
back.
back a little bit at the end. Did it spin enough?
I think it did.
That's always good to get those breaks in the first game.
Yeah.
It looks like it must be shot. They're chasing, so. You have a lot of room on the inside of the house to roll to, but it's a very, very precise shot. It's a nice roll there by Aiden Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
Move that. Do we care?
I mean, it was like here, but
Cool. It's like I hope that doesn't come into play.
back 12 weight.
You can even throw back 8.
Seen back 12 weight.
So they're just going to play a heavy draw because they don't need to remove that yellow stone.
I like that. Yeah, because if you just
Yeah.
Is it back?
Back 12 weight.
Really tough shot here, Sarah. They just need to cross that yellow stone.
It's difficult, but I think it's doable.
And you need to hit probably thick half to
Yeah.
a third with the weight that they're playing. They just need to move it a couple inches.
Yep.
But has to cross the face. So final stone for Zach Brenden. And the in-turn heavy draw.
Yep.
Sweeping this all the way down.
Yeah.
Trying to hold the line.
Really got to hold the line.
Will it catch a piece of
Oh
the
my
yellow?
goodness.
Atta baby.
Oh, great shot.
Nice shot by Zach.
Really well done.
Wow.
Atta baby.
Chips it across the face, gets there too to retake the lead. 6-5
They needed
after
that
7
too.
ends.
That was nice.
And with this 7th end break, USA Curling would like to take this moment to thank the curling community for supporting the sport and the national organization. Whether it's through your membership, donations, or volunteer hours that help our game grow. Your support makes many of our efforts possible, whether it's the webcast coverage you're enjoying right now, the Our House content platform, certification programs for instructors and officials, or the Athlete Outreach Initiative. On behalf of USA Curling, thank you for all that you do. So fantastic shot by Zach Brenden on his final in the 7th end to get there too. Leading now 6-5 over Aiden Fitzgerald in this tight game in the first round. Tyler George here with Sarah Basiri. And Sarah, I mentioned to you at the break there that that's a great shot at any level of curling.
Yeah.
Not juniors or
That
club
was
level, anything
impressive.
like that. That's a great shot at the highest levels of the sport. So
That was a team shot.
great team shot. Well called, well swept, well thrown. Did everything right on a tough line to play. Brenden has that lead now, playing the 8th, well earned. And we're in the 8th, and they've only scored in 2 ends in this game.
Wow.
And they have the lead.
Yeah, that's impressive.
That's what happens when you score 4s. It helps a lot.
Yeah.
Nice
2.5.
corner guard there thrown by Jake Ring. Both leads have been playing very well over the last few ends especially.
Very consistent.
Owen Nelson, you see his first stone in the house as well.
Where? It's good. 1-2. She's all down. Okay. Don't kill it.
1-2.
Never
still.
curl.
One.
It's never curl.
One.
Over off.
Just
Over
back.
off.
We gotta go.
No, over off.
Trying to throw the guard on that stone in the 8-foot, but maybe over curling just a little bit, so trying to leave it high.
Okay.
It does over curl off the center line.
How much?
Not bad.
Board?
Just a small piece showing, but you hear board the call, and with there being so much separation between the guard and the rock and the top of the 8-foot,
Yeah.
it does give you some more margin for error.
Yeah.
I think I like board with that.
Here is Jake Ring's board weight attempt. Great curling name, Jake Ring.
Whoa. Whoa.
I like that.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
This looks very good again, too.
Yep. Yep. Hard, Mitch. Hard.
Rolling it towards the corner, but really good shot to dig that out. Well done by Jake.
His name has a nice ring to it.
See, you fit in well in this booth. The dad jokes go all week long. You're ahead of the game on that.
Clean. Yep. Yep.
Whoa, 9-5.
Whoa.
So that out-turn hit attempt.
Yep.
Yep.
Miles Graybo
Yep. Big roll.
Roll. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. That works.
rolls all the way to the open side, but changes the turn up for the opponent. And this end pretty much be dictated by whoever's able to get that roll first.
Yep.
And again, like we talked about earlier in the game, making your opponent chase your stones. If you can get that roll underneath,
You're in a good position.
you're in great position here.
Whoa. 11. Easy. Yep. Straight. Straight. Whoa. Whoa. Push. Hard.
So Carter Mitchell trying to get that roll.
Hard. Hard. Any roll. Hard.
Ask you hoping to get it to turn over enough, and rolls just a couple inches, still mostly open.
Hard. Yeah.
Both teams seem to have gotten much more comfortable with the speed and the line now.
Yep.
See a lot of made shots over especially since the break.
The break can be really beneficial for some people. It's like,
How's weight?
Does that mean we have to give the coaches the credit?
yeah.
Dave
Oh,
and,
it's gotta
and
curl.
Evan
It's
get
like
the
a
credit?
restart almost.
I don't know if we can do that.
Hard curl.
You're absolutely right.
Any
Yeah,
votes or
both
no's?
teams,
Yep.
wasn't that they were playing poorly at all in the first half, but really have sharpened up in this second half of the game. Nice weight control there. Taps that rock through. Doesn't get the inside roll, but hits and stays.
Yep.
Like board again. Okay.
So another board weight attempt to try to get the roll. Carter Mitchell.
Whoa. Easy. Whoa.
Carter and his hair with another good clean throw.
Push. Yep. Hard. Hard.
This one needs to curl a little bit, though.
Whoa. Whoa.
Looks like it's going to hit the opposite side.
It does remove the red stone, though, and sits in the outside of the 12-foot.
Okay.
Those hit and rolls that you say you like so much, they're pretty tough now.
Yeah.
Both teams just trying to get that roll underneath.
Yes.
Clean.
Yes.
Clean. 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 Whoa. Off. Off. Yep. Whoa. 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 Sorry, that fell at the end there. Okay. It's fine.
Connor Graybo
Nice
able to make the hit and stick. So maybe a change of tactics now. Aiden Fitzgerald looking to possibly draw underneath the corner guard.
I like this. Okay. Top 8. Top 8. Can't be beat.
I like the call here, Sarah. there's not much they can do hitting that rock in the outside of the 12th, and it's such a long roll to play, and you're not really playing for blank. You have guards you can use to go underneath, so that will be the call.
Yeah.
And again, being in the 8th end of the game now, you really want to try to score 2 in this end.
This is an important end. You want to secure your points so that you can.
Yeah, they have a long way to curl still.
Yep.
Starting to go now. Can they finish it to Barry? Gets to the center line, maybe gets a small piece underneath the guard.
Here? I like board. You got it.
This ice seems to have a lot of curl to it by how much ice they're putting down.
Now the soft weight hits definitely seem to be curling quite a bit.
Yeah.
Even that draw that we just saw, it looked like it had a long ways to go and still got a piece underneath.
Yep.
So it kind of seems like everything less than normal weight is getting a decent amount of curl.
Whoa. My bad, Connor. Yeah,
Not a bad shot, still
You heard me.
sticks around and it's just biting the side of the 8-foot. So another come around draw attempt.
Carter. Gotta be top 8. Push.
Jackson Askew trying to
It's gotta be top 8.
bury this stone.
It's gotta touch feet. Hard.
Line's very good on this one, just needs to get there.
Looks nice. I think it's there.
Whoa. Don't push. Gotta be one.
Pretty close.
Yeah, hard to tell which one shot with these overhead views.
They're one.
I think it may be yellow.
I can see more blue on that.
I think you may be
Oh, so
right.
you got-
Zach agrees.
Hack. Board.
Yeah, I like hack.
Yep.
Actually, let's run board.
Yeah. Board's here.
Okay.
So playing
Pretty
board
straight.
again, and again, doesn't look like you can see very much of that stone, but
Board.
the guard being that high,
Yeah.
you can
Just
get there
go
with
straight
board.
around.
Yeah. It's all board.
So another precise soft weight shot here for
What do you like?
Zach Brenden.
Yeah. Just a rough estimate. 3.5. Yeah. I'm seeing it. Yeah.
Needs to get pretty close to the guard to clear this stone, playing the intern.
Whoa. Clean. Yep.
It's starting to
Yes,
turn
yeah.
now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hard.
Whoa.
Whoa.
It's really close.
It gets by.
Nice.
Plenty of weight.
Good sweet mouse.
And really well done again, and that's a good spot to leave that stone.
Yep.
There we go.
Can be used for a tap or a short run. Great shot again by Zach Brenden. Very well played end by both teams here, despite not getting that roll in. Always sticking around to keep your opponents having to chase your own.
Yep. I like how Zach is playing this end.
Yeah, I mean, even a 1 here is good. I want guys. Would you rather play here? Yeah, I like that. It's hard though. Is that not awkward? No. If you're ever on that one at all, you've already missed.
So playing the draw around the corner guard. Your
That's
two
not bad.
options here would be that shot or drawing under the center, as
I
you have
liked
more
drawing
room there.
under the center.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think the center gives you more space to draw to.
Yep.
If you make this draw into the corner, then Brenden may draw into the center instead.
Yep.
There's not much way to get to that stone as to be underneath two of their own red stones. So I agree. I think this is one you need to go underneath the center on probably.
We'll see how this plays out.
We will indeed. The intern draw. Aiden Fitzgerald trying to come around the corner guard. Line's getting better now. Needs to hit the brakes, though.
Yeah.
Really curling hard now.
Yeah. The inside out. That
Buries
is
almost
crazy.
all of it.
There, Owen.
Yeah, that was pretty close to the center guard and
Yeah.
still almost completely
I think we
buried.
chase.
Yeah.
I think we chase.
we got to chase.
Same weight. We just got to move it like,
You got
I
to
think you
move
can
it 2
tap that
feet.
out.
yeah.
And you'll be in a good position.
Okay.
With the amount of finish we've
Yeah.
seen out
I think
here,
it's
you
gonna
can
take off
definitely
more
get to that stone.
You
So
like the
now
ice?
this is, again, it's a preference shot for the skip. If they like the look of this
Get
soft
straight
weight
early
hit
for
more,
Yeah,
or they
yeah,
want to
come
come around
on,
the
zoom on
center,
hand.
Yeah.
Just broom down, not a hand, Miles.
they are electing to play the hit.
Yeah, it's about the same. I like
Probably another board weight, which we've seen a lot this end.
Yep.
that. Is that a 3-5?
It's the final stone of the 8th for Zach Brenden.
Yep.
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 Like may have gotten that one
Yeah.
started a little bit.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
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 That is
You got
really
it, Miles.
curling.
Hard, you got it.
Still
Yeah.
trying to
Whoa,
hold
whoa,
it,
whoa,
though.
whoa.
Shoot.
And does wreck the guard. Just looked like maybe a little bit of start on that one with the
Okay.
release.
Yeah.
And that's the tendency on shots when you're going inside out, especially with hits, is you see that mountain of broom where it looks like
Yeah.
so much space in between, and your subconscious
have to
tells
be-
you, I need to throw it towards that stone.
I think even taking the extra mile and just giving it just a little bit more. When it's on the inside out line, it just tends to dive over.
Yeah, for the same reason we talked about, there's not much margin for error with that straight line on the outside of the sheet going outside in.
Yes.
Same thing with going inside out. So it's a draw for 2 for Fitzgerald. Final stone of the 8th. Needs to get to the 8 foot.
Touch in. Make sure. Can't hurt it. Touch in.
Very important point here, trying to get the lead. Line looks just fine.
Looks
Just
good.
cleaning it in. That will be 2 for Team Fitzgerald. And they retake the lead 7-6 after 8 ends of play.
Good sweep, guys. That's good end. What? Yeah. He was talking about leaving so many there.
Ninth end of play, our opening draw, 2024 U21 Men's National Championship event. Back and forth battle, Aiden Fitzgerald. Another skips deuce. 2 draws in his last 2, leading now 7-6. Again, scores on the other sheets. Nick Senzali did have that 11-1 victory over Ryan Church. Matthew Lanoy and Caden Rose tied 4-4 in the 8th.
That's a close
Caden
game.
Hebert pulls ahead 9-3 over Mason Gensel. That is a final. And again, our feature sheet, Aiden Fitzgerald, 7-6 leading over Zach Brenden. It's another one of those 0 or 2 ends that we've seen a few times in the second half of this game. Team Brenden would be very happy with scoring 2 or more. And no problem with a blank as well.
To my broom. Never curl yet. All out. Okay, curl little. Go.
I think that's good there. Yeah.
Really nice. Good sweep.
Toss.
So a couple guards by the lead starting off this end again.
Straight side. Really straight.
Jake Ring, such a solid game he's had. Trying to come around again. Looks like this one might wreck on the guard.
Ugh.
But a couple of center guards.
Right there.
Nothing wrong with those to start off this end. And if you're Team Fitzgerald, you definitely want rocks in play in this end.
Yeah.
If you
Very
force
important.
your opponent to a single point, you're tied up with the hammer, you have a great chance of winning the game. A steal also would give you a great chance. And for Team Brenden, it's a little more
It's always
complicated.
straight for now.
If you can keep it open, that's great.
Hard then.
But if it doesn't look like you're going to be able to get a blank, then you need to play aggressive and try to get
Mine's fine.
a steal, or excuse me, a 2 or more
Got some
points.
room. Whoa,
Looks like a nice draw.
whoa. Whoa. Really good.
Nice draw around the corner guard. Owen Nelson also playing a very strong game.
Fine, resist that.
And sorry, this is your first time experiencing this, but I'm going to get this out of the way in the 9th end as opposed to the 10th.
Wait, move that.
The first game that you do for commentary for the week almost always is the last game to finish, one way or another. And usually that means an extra end. We're getting nods and thumbs up from our partners in the booth here too, because that does seem to be the way it goes. So don't be surprised at all if we get an extra end in this opening game.
My mom calls it bonus curling.
It is bonus curling.
Hard push. Back seat. Push it still. Hard push. Hard push it.
Out turn, come around, draw attempt here.
Hard.
Carter Mitchell
That's okay.
goes to the back of the 8-foot. Not a bad spot. Still shot rock.
Yep.
I almost like 9-5.
Yeah, I think it's 9-5 for that. You got it.
So looking to try to open things up a little bit here.
9-5.
In turn run.
Clean.
Miles Graybo
Curl. Curl. Whoa. Straight. 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 Roll it, roll it, roll it. Ah.
ends
My
up
bad.
sticking on the back one. The guard stays there.
I know. Good throw, Miles.
Yeah, I hit 10. I should have called it. That's
Mitchell playing the same shot. Always good when you get to throw the same one twice in a row.
I like it when you get a second chance at a shot you missed. That's nice.
Top 4.
Mitchell had a pretty good make on the first one. I'm trying to get this to finish up and bury a piece. Stops in the top of the 8-foot in a very good spot. Looks like Brenden is considering the run.
Eight.
yeah.
Okay.
8-5.
I like the peel here. A lot of guards.
8-5.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Trying to stay out of trouble, open things up.
Great. I think.
This looks like it might be through the hole.
Yeah.
Picks the back stone, so
That's not bad either.
maybe a little fortunate, but that was always an option too.
Yep.
Or this? Sure. Whatever you like. I like to try to check in here. Okay. What?
The tap attempt now for Fitzgerald. Trying to come around the outside. I'd like to get really close to that guard if they can.
That's ideal.
Playing the out turn. Plenty of room as of now.
No, let it go. Close. Hey. Whoa.
The line looks pretty good. That's pretty well made.
Not really bad.
That's that stagger we like to call a Christmas tree, Sarah.
Same thing.
Just the edges of the stone peeking out.
I think you go 7-5 on this one.
Okay.
So probably going to be a run back attempt again.
This is a fun shot.
Yep. Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
On off sweep. Should be very close.
Ah. Really good throw.
Just
Good boy.
papers by the third one,
like
but
it.
does clear two.
Good shot.
So come around draw attempt now. Trying to either get a steal or a force for Team Fitzgerald. Pretty good setup for them. Jackson Askew wants to bury some of this if they can.
Martyrs. Street. Hard. Street. Hard.
Getting tight to the guard now, needs to
Just
go.
might be by.
Just short on the weight.
Yeah.
So chance to hit and sit two
Hey,
for
the
Brenden.
side's sticking.
Shoot.
For Team Fitzgerald. And they do steal one and lead 8-6 after 9 ends.
You want me to make that big one? Helps.
10th end, possibly final end of this opening draw. Aiden Fitzgerald with a steal in the 9th end. Leads 8-6 over Zach Brenden. Tyler George with Sarah Basiri. Sorry if they do get two. If Brenden gets two in this last end, then I'm not claiming that I made it happen by saying it on the air, but there is such a thing as a broadcaster's jinx.
Scary.
But extra ends are exciting too. Nothing wrong with seeing some bonus curling, as you mentioned. We do see the clocks in the background there. 9:47 and counting left for Brenden, and just a little under 7 minutes for Fitzgerald. So both teams have played with very good pace in this game. Nobody short on time.
My broom. Whoa. It's over curling.
Okay.
Corner guard being thrown by Brenden. Trying to set up
That's pretty good.
a 2 or a 3.
Good judge.
Yep.
You like playing this way?
Needing 2 to stay in this game.
Yeah.
Jake rings first stone right on the button.
Mine's good. Oh, wait. Still Jackson. Mine's good. Street. Street. Where are you?
Bring this into the house.
Top 12. Who's top 12?
Playing defense with stones in the rings. Always good to keep your opponent chasing in this end, too. That one may have stopped just short of the house, but a good spot.
Right here.
I'm waiting. That was good.
Now corner guard being thrown to the opposite side by Owen Nelson.
Dead even.
Over.
Well, looks all there to me.
With 5 rock rule, Sarah. Nobody able to peel on the next shot yet either, so we'll see where Fitzgerald elects to throw this 5th stone. Always interesting.
Good pair.
See if they elect to guard or come into the house.
Yeah. I think I'd come in too. Oh.
You think you can get there easy enough, right? Yeah. It's me, but yes. Okay. If you're narrow, that's okay too. That's the promise.
So Connor Mitchell looks to be playing the out-turn come-around.
Hang it, Jake. Push. Top it. It's hard push. Hard push it. Top 4. Hard push it, Mike. Hard push.
Carter's at a solid game, too. Trying to get this to turn now, ring.
Roll it.
Chips the guard. Rolls to another center. Interesting lineup now.
If you play it on this side, does it drag for the triple?
Well, I'm just trying to kick this rock over a little.
Okay.
I think it's 9-5.
Okay.
Unless you're seeing something else here. I mean, you can clear everything out with 7-5, right? But
I like rolling this way if we can, but
yeah, this just
like the
I like this better. It's not going very far, just more off.
It's never ideal to have to be peeling
9-5 here.
when you're down by 2 in the final end, but they feel that they need to move these guards.
Yeah.
Maybe get a bonus on the rock in the house.
Yeah.
Yep. Gotta go.
Yep. Hard.
Whoa. Curl.
Playing it soft. Now it's over curling.
That's not bad.
So moves the rock off of the back of the button.
10-6.
Still 2 center guards up.
Is it? This one?
Decision time again for Team Fitzgerald.
No, just play this one. Play this one. Okay, just straight peel it. You're in. Yeah.
Deciding to peel the corner. Try to keep things as open as they can, playing defense. Carter Mitchell's second here in the 10th.
Hard. Hard.
Over curls and rolls to another center guard.
Call me crazy. I'm almost seeing this.
Yeah. You gotta get 2 somehow.
You got to kill all the staggers. Miles's rock doesn't have to be in the house.
You ever call timeout here?
I like that. Yeah.
A timeout will be called, and a good time for one here.
I'm
Coach
seeing
Jensen
something
will
like-
come out to discuss.
And then you just sit here.
Call
So we'll
timeout.
listen in on the conversation and see what they're thinking, and what Coach Jensen has to offer.
Could actually roll
I
it.
don't know what Dave's thinking. No, it's
No,
Miles.
it's Miles is first. Miles is second. Miles is second.
I almost wonder if we just. I mean, I know they have a draw, but I don't know. It's just not looking great.
I think you gotta.
I mean, that's there. No,
I
they're
think
not
you
gonna-
gotta-
They're not going to ignore our counters.
You don't want to kill the stag.
I just think that's really risky. Playing like that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. You got it, Miles. What do you
So
see
it looks
here?
like they're going to hit the number one counter, and it's probably too late in the end, down by 2,
Yeah.
to try to open things up.
I think you just have to focus on trying
He's a
to
weird
keep up
dude.
with the game.
Yeah, you got to try to score at some point. They do still have 5 rocks to throw, but it's really not helping you that much to
Yeah.
clear things out right now. So they're going to hit the number one counter, probably roll away to the outside.
Clean.
Miles Graybo's second of this
Yep.
10th.
Yep. Yep. Gotta go. Hard. Yep. Yep.
Little tight to the guard, does get by. Yeah, rolling in is not a bad shot at all there. That's your ideal situation on that
Yeah.
shot.
Fully guarded.
So out turn come around attempt now. Jackson Askew.
Carter. It's gotta go really hard. Really hard.
Important shot in this end with
Push it. Hard push.
that roll made on the first stone. The previous stone. This one runs straight again. Wrecks the guard and
There
rolls
seems
for
to be
center.
Fall out there.
Yeah, that line has run straight on them pretty much all game.
Yeah.
Maybe a door open now for Team Brenden to find a 3 to win this game in the 10th.
Yeah.
Good time to keep
You run.
foot on the pedal, keep attacking.
What are you guys thinking?
I really like the in-turn draw
Yeah,
around
see,
those
we're
guards.
giving a
Just
free
come right
rock.
down to where your own
Do
is.
you ever peel the yellow over here?
And again, Sarah, it's about what does your opponent want to
I mean,
do
I'm
to get
thinking
out of
half
this
there,
end,
not
and right
this.
now it's the draw for them,
Just
Half
Yeah.
showing?
so especially on that in-turn side.
down the lane, they land right in the pot.
If they're able to make that in-turn freeze on you, that's their way out.
Yeah.
Like it's half showing on this side.
So they're going to play the out-turn draw, coming around that same side.
I think I like that, but I'm just scared about that yellow. It's gonna be hard to get all the way.
And we have seen how straight this line's been running too.
Yeah. I might almost go the other side.
So in-turn draw for the lefty.
Line's good. Top 4. Straight.
Connor Graybo trying to get a second
Straight.
counter in around the guards.
Line's okay, but straight. Fair. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Should be by the guard. And we'll see where this rock stops.
Looks a little up.
Bring Bring it back in.
As far as it goes, Miles.
Yeah. Okay.
Still going to be in the house, but how deep?
You're good.
Not horrible.
In the back of the 12-foot.
Yeah.
And now you're seeing that's exactly where they're going to go. They know that this is their way out. So Aiden Fitzgerald wisely calling
I like this. You get here.
that
you
intern draw.
Side 4.
So will be the intern draw. Jackson Askew. Could be a game winner if you make this one, even though there's still 5 more shots afterwards with where the guards are located. If you can
Yeah.
make this freeze.
Makes it very hard for Brenden to score.
Hard.
Line looks good, just got to be there.
Hard. Oh, hard. Push. Yeah, keep going hard.
Still carrying it on that line.
Come on. Beauty.
Oh, really good shot. Second count, but in a really good position.
Still
Yeah.
shot. We are. Yeah.
It's well swept, well thrown.
I mean, you could.
That scoring space is cut down considerably now for Brenden.
Well, you got to be full 4. They're full 4, but no, just full 4s too.
Important discussion now about where they can put this stone.
I think it's this.
I just don't know how, like,
Yeah, I don't hate that either.
Yeah, we
I
can
don't
do
know
that
if there's
now.
a way to be able to
Right here?
get in there. That middle hole seems very skinny, especially with that ending yellow one.
Yeah. I like
Yeah, your best way in is that same outturn draw they've been trying to play.
I think so.
Fitzgerald still has the same intern tap, too.
Yeah.
They play the exact same shot they just threw. They can get shot.
Yeah.
So Brenden needs to make this to put the pressure on. Connor Graybo, intern. Looking to get to full 4 foot to sit 2.
Line a little. Straight.
Hard.
Where? Straight then. Yep. Hard.
Hey, got room.
Curl.
Good line on this one. All about the speed now.
Curl.
Really
Hard
good
you gotta
curl.
go. Hard you gotta go.
Yep.
Hard you gotta go.
Yep. Hard.
That's going to settle into the top of the 8 foot for third count. So that intern is still there. That same tap.
Because if you get there, that's so good.
So the timeout called. Coach Evan Workin out on the ice to discuss.
I mean, you got like this now. That? Like, if you make your both here.
So looking at this outturn side and possibly guarding there.
I'd probably rather go the high side.
They don't believe that there's a way in for a second counter
Yeah.
if they throw the guard. So guard is the call.
I think they should, yeah. Just guarding that draw path is going to make it even more difficult.
Give it here more.
And going wide on the out-turn side. Trying to take away the tap on that red stone. So Aiden Fitzgerald's first. Trying to protect his 2-point lead in the 10th end. Out-turn guard for Fitzgerald.
Jake! Jake!
Straight. Straight. Over. Straight.
Really trying to hold the line early.
Hard. Hard. Oh. Hard.
I'm not sure that really took anything away.
It's better than nothing, but I still think it's pretty hard to get around that red just to even tap it in.
Yeah, they may have taken the hole away in the center. There are a couple options still.
You gotta hit it on the number. Just high the number. Tell me what else you're gonna do.
I don't think that's good.
So they're with half, and you have to find the best shot I've ever seen in my life. I mean, this is still ungodly.
So looking at using something with that corner guard
I
possibly.
think that just might be the
Either
greatest
coming
shot I've
in
ever
off
seen.
of that or slashing it in.
I mean, this there, you just got to hit just higher the number.
Would be a thin slash on that corner guard. Try to play it into your own red in the top of the 8-foot and shoot that into the yellow.
That would be a fun shot.
Is this,
That would be a fun one.
does this double give you anything?
They're looking at playing the yellows back too, but
The problem is if you try
using
and
your
fit
own
through
is
there,
always better for these
if
because
I
it gives you a
close
chance
enough
for
on that
3.
yellow.
Yeah.
Even if and if
Still
I
another
miss-
shot remaining.
Yeah,
That tap's so tough.
I don't think that tap is there. And if you miss it, you might take that away. I think you got to play
Yeah,
it now.
play it now. Just gotta make it. Hit.
Yeah, it's just higher the number, Zach.
Same here.
Just higher the number.
What weight are we throwing at this?
I don't know. We don't need anything more than 9.5. I just want to control
I'm
it,
thinking
right?
8.5. I'm thinking here.
Oh, and you like 8.5?
Yeah, 8.5 on the number here.
It's just high.
Yep, right there. Which one do you want?
So they will play the slash. Playing red, red, yellow.
This is going to be interesting.
Has to be very thin
Yeah.
on this guard. Probably a quarter of a rock. Zach Brenden, out-turn slash.
Oh no.
Close.
Yep. Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa.
It's very close.
Come on.
Oh, look at that shot.
Freaking goal.
Wow. Third of a rock slash in. Brenden sits 4.
Oh, my goodness.
And now Fitzgerald needs to find a way in.
Wow.
We'll see if those guards are lined up. The yellow, red, yellow, possibly something in for a tap.
That was
There's an in-off on the side red as well. So it looks like Fitzgerald likes the in-off. And this would be under a pile of red stones, too, if they're able to make it.
Yeah.
We'll be under 2 yellow guards, a red guard, and maybe a couple of ways to make this. Could make it into the top red or the back red.
Yeah.
Or could just make the clean roll in too.
That's good. That's good with these kinds of shots.
Fitzgerald's final stone. Really needs to get the roll in here. Out turn side.
Hard, hard, push, Carter. Hard.
Thinking it needs to curl.
Hard, hard, you gotta go. Hard, and roll, and you roll.
Ends up on the nose, so it'll be a nose hit back for the win for Brenden.
You want it for the same way.
Wow.
Anywhere on the inside is good enough. Nose is good.
You like a little less even or no?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the guard, so.
Quite the turn of events here in the 10th end.
Yeah.
Brenden in trouble, going to skip stones. Now all of a sudden, open hit for the win. His final stone of this opening matchup.
Whoa.
Clean.
Clean. Clean. Whoa.
Yep.
Clean.
Clean is the call early.
You're good.
Whoa.
You're good. You're good.
Whoa.
You're good.
Nice shot, Zach.
That will be good on the inside. The hit for 4.
Wow.
Brenden with a major comeback in the final end. Takes it 10-8. Great opening victory for them. Hard-fought battle both ways. Sarah Basiri, thanks for joining us in the booth. It was a lot of fun doing the game with you.
Of course.
You might have a second career in this now, too.
I'll try.
Or third or fourth career with all your other sports, too.
This was such a good game to commentate. Thank you.
It really was. Back and forth battle, well executed by both teams.
Yeah.
But it will be a 10-8 victory for Team Brenden over Team Fitzgerald in our opening draw. We'll be back this evening with the opening draw for the junior women. And we will see you later this evening. Thanks for watching.